Find the number of images formed if two plane mirrors incline to each other. Theta is the angle bisector. These are the two planes. Theta is the angle between two plane mirrors, and this is the angle bisector. This is the angle bisector. This is the angle between two plane mirrors. P1, P2, P3 are the positions of the object. P1, comma, P2, comma, P3 are the position of objects. M is equal to 360 degree by theta. Where M is equal to whole number or fraction. M is equal to whole number or fraction. This is the angle bisector. N is equal to number of images. Suppose the object is placed here. It is same as the object is placed here. But it is not same if the object is placed here. P2 is the object position on the angle bisector. P2 position is the object position. P2 is not same to P1 and P3. It is situated on the angle bisector. Now, case 1. Case 1. M is equal to even number. N is equal to M minus 1. This is case 1. Number of images will be M minus 1. Case 2. M is equal to odd number. N is equal to M. N is equal to M means this is quotient. If M is even number, then number of images is M minus 1. If M is equal to odd number, then number of images is equal to M. N is equal to M minus 1. Here is an exception. N is equal to M minus 1 if object is placed on the angle bisector. Then case 3. M is equal to P by Q. Fraction. Then number of images N is equal to bracket of P by Q. This is the greatest integer function. This bracket is greatest integer function. If it comes in terms of fraction, then N is equal to bracket of P by Q. Now just make a table. We want to make a table. This is theta, this is M, this is N. -30°, 45°, 60°, 30°, 45°, 60°, 70°, 72 degree degree 75 degree 90 degree 120 degree 180 degree 30 degree 45 degree 60 degree 72 degree 75 degree 90 degree 120 degree 180 degree 0 degree. Zero degree. So now this is theta, this is M, and this is N. So divide 30 degree in 360, it is 12. Then 45 degree in 360, 45, 8. Sixty degree 6, 72 degree 5, 75 degree 4.8, 90 degree 4, 120 degree 3, 180 degree 2, 0 degree infinite. This is the value of M. This is the value of the quotient. This is the value of the quotient. This is not the value of the image. How many images will be formed if an object is placed in between two inclined plane mirror at an angle theta is N? Case 1, if M is even number, then N is equal to M minus 1. If N is odd number, then N is equal to M. This is an exceptional case if object is placed on angle bisector, on the angle bisector. This is an exceptional case. You just focus on these 2 points, these 2 lines. You just focus on these 2 lines. Okay. Now, M is even number means number of images is M minus 1. So, it is even number. So, number of images will be 11. It is even number. So, number of images number of images is 7. It is even number. Number of images is 5. 6 minus 1, 5. 8 minus 1, 7. 12 minus 1, 11. But it is an odd number, so it remains same. In case of quotient is odd number, n is equal to m. So it is 5, it is also 5. It is 4.8. 4.8 means it is a fraction, it is not a whole number. So look at here. 4.8, we have to use bracket function, greatest integer function. Then 4.8, its greatest integer is 4. Suppose 2.3, its greatest integer is 2. Suppose 0.5, its greatest integer is 0. Greatest integer is always less than the number. Always less than the number. It is 4.8, it is 4. It is 2.3, it is 2. It is 0.5, it is 0. Less than that of it. Suppose it is 4. Then the greatest integer is itself is the greatest integer. Itself is the greatest integer. So, greatest integer is 4. So now 4.8, it is 4. 90 degree is 4. Then the number of images is 3. 120 degree, the quotient is 3. Then number of images is also 3. 180 degree. 180 degree means the mirror will be, both the mirrors will lie on line. That means it will be like this, 180 degree. This angle is equal to 180 degree. So if we will take this image, then one image will be formed. Only one image will be formed. Just if you will take P1 as a point object, then its image will be this. Only one image will be formed. If it is P2, then only one image will be formed. If you will take a point object at P3, then only one image will be formed. Because the angle between the two mirrors, two plane mirrors, the angle between the two plane mirrors is 180 degree. So now m is equal to 2. The number of, it is an even number. The number of images will be formed 2 minus 1, 1. When the angle is 180 degree, the angle between the two plane mirrors is 180 degree, multiple reflection cannot possible. That's why a single image will be formed. When it is 0 degree, infinite number of images will be formed because two planes are placed parallel to each other and face to face. Generally, in case of in a salon, when we used to sit for haircut, you cannot count how many images, repeated images will be formed by seeing the front mirror. So that's why it is infinity, and the number of images will be formed also infinity. This is all about find number of images formed if two plane mirrors incline to each other at an angle theta. At an angle theta. Sign convention of different parameters of spherical mirror. Sign convention of different parameters of spherical mirror. Here is one concave mirror, here is convex mirror. So now these two lines represent either image or object. It may image or object. It may also image or object. It is also same as may be image or object. It may be image or object. So now this is the pole. So this is the sphere of which the mirror is a part. So now approximately the center of curvature of this concave mirror may be at this point. It is an approximation. I am not using the scale, I am not using the compass, but I am maintaining accuracy. So accuracy is the most important thing when you draw ray diagrams. So this is the center of the sphere. So no doubt principal focus will be in between center of curvature and pole. It situates at the midpoint. Just look both the sides of principal focus. You feel the length between center of curvature and the principal focus is same. The length between the distance between focus and pole. Assume the principal axis is x-axis. Then the pole represents origin. So this particular point is pole and you have to consider it as origin. This point can be origin, this point can be also pole. This point is origin for the timing. This point is the origin. But actually, it is the pole. But to know the sign convention, we have to take the pole, we have to consider the pole as origin. This is y-axis. This may be the object or image. This may be the object or image. This may be object or image. And this also may be object or image. Doesn't matter. So first come to here. In this side, what happened? Generally, the object usually placed left of the mirror, left. Generally, objects are placed at left of the mirror, but it is not mandatory, it is not compulsory that you have to always take the object at the left of the mirror. At the left of the mirror, if the object is placed, no doubt the reflecting surface of the mirror must be towards the object. You see, the reflecting surface of the mirror is here towards the object, facing towards the object. Here also the reflecting surface facing towards the object. These two are the objects. Generally, objects are placed at the left of the mirror. It doesn't mean that always you have to take the objects at the left of the mirror. But the axis remains same as before. X dash at the left of the origin and X is at the right of the origin. This is the positive side of the X. This is the negative side of the X. This is the positive side of the X, positive side of the X. This is the negative side of the X. Suppose a real image is formed. No doubt the real image will be formed in between C and F, somewhere else. If we draw the ray diagram, no doubt the image will be formed, and it will be formed in front of the concave mirror because convergent rays intersects, reflected rays intersect each other at the point where the image is formed. Let's say the image is formed here. Let's say the image is formed here. So now, this is the image distance. This is the image distance. And this is the object distance. In this case, both the image distance and the object distance is taken to be negative because both the distance u and v are measured on negative x-axis. So now I am writing at the left of the mirror u positive, u negative, v negative, f negative. At the right of the mirror, if let's say the object is placed at the right of the mirror facing towards right, reflecting surface facing towards right. I mean to say, the mirror is like this. And the object is here. Here, the pole is stated as origin. The pole is stated as origin. This is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis, and axis have taken their position in usual manner. The object is placed at the right of the mirror, so reflecting surface approaches the object, facing the object. Always remember, reflecting surface of a mirror faces or facing the object always. So now, in this case, you shouldn't look at the mirror, whether the mirror is facing towards positive x-axis or the mirror is facing negative x-axis. You shouldn't worry about the mirror, but you see the position of the object on the axis, based on the axis. That's why, in this case, the object distance u is equal to positive. I want to say the object distance and the image distance always taken into consideration, the sign convention taken into consideration with reference to x-axis. So let us come to this picture. U is negative, V is negative, F is negative because all the distances are measured on the negative x-axis. If the same thing we have to measure in the right side, then U is positive, V is positive, F is equal to positive. In this case also the same thing. U is equal to negative, B is equal to negative, F is equal to negative. In this side, U is equal to positive, B is equal to positive, F is equal to positive. I am telling that when you are taking the sign convention of object distance, image distance and focal length, you must give the sign with reference to x-axis. But one thing you have to remember, the image distance, object distance is taken as positive if it is measured along the direction of incident ray. Also, the sign convention of U and V is taken positive if the distance is measured along the direction of incident ray. Contrary to above condition, is taken as positive, is taken as negative, is taken as negative. The sign convention of U and V is taken positive if the distance is measured along the direction of incident. Stop here. Along the direction of incident. The next, contrary to above condition, is taken as negative. Here notice. You see here, how can just forget about the axis. Forget about the x-axis. You just forget about the x-axis. You focus on incident ray. So now, the direction of the incident ray is like this. But we are measuring the image length, the image distance in this way, from the pool to the image position. So we used to measure the length from the pool to the image point in this way, contrary to the direction of incident ray. Contrary means opposite, contrary to the direction of incident ray. The incident ray direction is this, but we are measuring contrary to this, means we are measuring the direction in this way. So that's why B is negative. The same thing, we are measuring the we are measuring the object distance from the pole to the point of the object where the object is situated. We measured it in this direction. That's why U is also negative. So if the measurement is taken contrary to the direction of incident ray, then the lengths are treated as negative. If the lengths are measured contrary to the direction of incident ray, then the sign convention of U, B and F is taken as negative. Always remember. So, you can give the direction, you can give the sign convention by seeing the direction of incident ray and also contrary to the direction of incident ray, or else you can take the sign convention in accordance with x-axis, position of x-axis. Let's come down. Here these two pictures maybe this is object, this is image, or this is object, this is image. Doesn't matter. But you see, here the image and the object is measured parallel to the y-axis, positive y-axis. So in both the cases, image length is equal to positive, because the length is measured parallel to positive y-axis. So I is positive. Object length is also positive. Here image length is equal to positive. Object length is also positive. When you have to give the sign convention to I means image length or object length, then you must refer to the y-axis. You must follow the y-axis, not the x-axis. So if the lengths are measured parallel to the positive y-axis, then the image and the object are treated as positive. In this case, the lengths are measured parallel to the negative y-axis. The lengths are measured parallel to the negative y-axis. So, the sign is given to the image is negative, or the object is also negative. At this side, the same thing, I is taken as negative, and O means object length, I means image length, also taken as negative. So above the positive x-axis, above the positive, not positive, x-axis, not positive, x-axis, simply x-axis. Above the x-axis, I and O sign convention of above the x-axis, sign convention of I and O are taken positive. Here you can write below the x-axis sign convention of I and O are taken negative. Okay, all the best.